Greetings, thankful family and friends. Now is the time to text your family and let them know Thankful is about to air online. Get ready for a powerful worship experience and a word just
History
of July. This is a special day for me and for my family, as it was 11 years ago that we first came to Augusta to be joined as the pastor and first family of the historic Thankful Baptist Church. Since that time, God has blessed us tremendously through the years as we have experienced so many wonderful things as being a part of this community and certainly being a part of Historic Thankful. I just want to say to all of our members, to all of our officers and leaders and friends of this ministry, thank you for 11 wonderful years. I know God has been moving and has had his hand on my life and the life of our family as well as this church, and we look for even greater things to come in the future. With that being said, I want to share with you today the message for this Sunday. I believe it is a word specifically for this time, coming from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verses 14 through 18. The word of God says, coming from New King James Version, "Thou shalt not oppress a hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or thy strangers that are in thy hand within thy gates. At this day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor, and sitteth his heart upon it. Lest he cry against thee unto the Lord, and it be sin unto thee. Fathers shall not be put to death for their children, nor shall children be put to death for their fathers. A person shall be put to death for his own sin. You shall not pervert justice due to the stranger or the fatherless, nor take a widow's garment as a pledge. But you shall remember that you were a slave in Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you from there. Therefore I command you to do this thing." I'm going to preach from the subject today in regards to justice with the title, "Just Do the Right Thing." That, again, just do the right thing. This text reflects what we know today is the justice of the Lord. His requirement for us to prioritize the needs of people over the demands of following rigid rules and regulations. These laws were intended for us to prioritize the right treatment of both familiar and foreign individuals. It is a biblical call for social fairness and decency and honesty and morality. It also reveals God's displeasure with injustice, immorality, biased treatment of the poor, and discrimination against God's most vulnerable people, as well as the Lord's response to those who oppress his people, and the Lord's deliverance for those that cry unto him who are in need. God's remedy for mistreatment of people was very simple. He required his people to act justly. As Spike Lee once said, he requires us to do the right thing. This principle caused a marked change in our behavior as well as in our attitudes towards other people. One of the things that I love about justice is that justice is not something that simply is talked about. Justice is not simply a philosophical concept. Justice is how we act and treat one another. Justice is not just what you say, but it is what you do. It is your intention and your motives behind the things that we act and do and say and do towards others. And one of the things that we learn by reading the Word of God, and particularly the passage we have today, is that justice will make you move right and not just talk right. That's right, in this season of politics, in a presidential election year, it is quite common for us to hear people running for office saying all of the right things, talking all of the right saying, using all of the cliches that move us emotionally, but once in office often do what's in the best interest of the wealthy and special interests and corporation and of course themselves. But a truly just person, a truly morally upright, righteous individual who moves in the justice of God are not just concerned about saying the right things, they are concerned about doing the right things. And when you have justice in your heart, justice will make you move in the right direction. I remember a story about a Sunday school class that exhibited this very principle as they had been studying about social justice and helping the less fortunate in their Sunday school lesson. They wanted to do more than just talk about how to do well for the community and how to help those that are less fortunate. So they decided to pair off into groups and went into the low-income community that was near to their church. They went out and did a survey, a feasibility study to find out what were the needs of this low-income community. When they came back, they compiled a list that they had gathered showing all of the needs. Some of them were needs for household goods. Some of them were needs for personal hygiene products. Some of them were needs for winter clothing or needs for their children or formula and diapers for the babies. And what this class did is they took that list and they went out that week and they purchased every single item that was on that list. And the next Sunday, instead of going to a Sunday school class and holding court, they decided to go out into community and they gave those items out to the people they had talked to. They put their faith into action. They saw that there was a discrepancy between the haves and the have-nots, and they wanted to show justice or the mercy of God by getting up and doing something about the problem. Acts 10 and 38 tells us Jesus was the same way. As the scripture says, he went around doing good. Being just, being a just person will cause you to look for opportunities to be a blessing to other people. Christ's ministry reversed the wrongs that Satan had committed, that Satan and his demons and his followers had inflicted upon the people. Jesus healed the sick. He gave sight to the blind. He restored the disabled. He cast out devils. He defended the rights of women who wanted to learn. Do you remember Mary and Martha? And Mary sat at the feet of Jesus while he was teaching the disciples. And Mary, Martha, her sister, was in the kitchen trying to prepare food for Jesus. And she comes out and says, will you tell my sister to get up and come help me? And Jesus says, no, she has chosen this better part, and it shall not be taken away from her. In other words, she's going to sit with the disciples and learn the word just as any other person. Jesus affirmed her desire to learn the word of God. He defended her right to sit at his feet. That's the kind of Savior we have. The kind that says it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you desire his presence, you can be in his presence. If you are hungry for his word, he will feed you with his word. If you thirst after righteousness, he'll fill you up until your cup runs over. That's the kind of God we serve. He was one who wanted to correct the wrongs of society. He didn't play favorites with those that were of the Jewish community. He showed love to everybody, including the sinners, including the tax collectors, including the vagabonds, including the women of the night. There was a story of him eating in a wealthy man's home, and this woman who had found her way into the home came and she kneeled at his feet and she washed his feet with her tears and wiped the dust off it with his hair. And the men of renown, those that were influential, said to themselves, if Jesus knew what kind of woman this was that was at his feet, he would tell her to get up. But what they didn't know is Jesus did know what kind of woman she was. And what they had missed is he also knew what kind of men they were. If he was to tell the woman to get up, he'd have to tell the men to get up, because they had just as much sin as she did. Because you have to ask the question, if those men are so righteous, how would they know what kind of woman yearn to serve him now. Jesus corrected the wrongs that Satan had inflicted upon those that had been done unjustly. That was the kind of person he was. Justice will make you do the right thing. Justice will make you move in the right direction. Number two, justice makes us more moral. Not only does it make you want to do what's right, but it makes you want to act fairly, such that godly correction won't be necessary because the right thing was done from the beginning. Dr. Kimberly Gillespie defines justice as the action of treating people in a way that is good, that is fair, that is moral and unbiased. This is how most individuals want to be treated. They themselves demand this. Not only demand it, but we'll fight for it. And we've seen in recent weeks that we'll protest for it. We will march for it. We will demand it. We will get on bullhorns and gather together in thousands all across the globe, making a concerted protest turn into a movement when we see that some people are not being treated fairly, particularly in this country, when we get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being victimized as African Americans, being victimized as minorities, or victimized as people of color. We will fight for our rights to be treated fairly, but when you are a just individual, you do what is right to begin with. You do what is fair from the beginning, so correction isn't necessary later on. The Apostle James addressed this morality and justice when he asked his followers in James chapter 2 and verse 1, "My dear brothers and sisters, how can you claim to have faith in our glorious Lord Jesus Christ if you favor some people over others? For example, suppose someone comes into your meeting dressed in fancy clothes and expensive jewelry, and another comes in who is poor and dressed in dirty clothes. If you give special attention and a good seat to the rich person, but you say to the poor one, you stand over there, or else you can sit on the floor here, doesn't that discrimination show that your judgments are guided by evil motives?" What we see in this type of injustice is the bias that often plagues our society, where we put people into categories of who's desirable and who ought to be rejected, who should be lifted up and who ought to be cast to the side, who is important and who can be overlooked. We see this type of injustice beyond just the church. As I've grown up in the southern United States and traveled many impoverished countries in Central America and Mexico and the formerly colonized Caribbean islands, I've witnessed firsthand how people are exploited due to the disparity of resources between the poor and the privileged. Particularly when I went to Cuba a few years ago, I witnessed teenage girls selling their bodies to older retired European men who were financially wealthy. I've seen this as more acceptable form was when retired Spaniards would offer financial assistance. This type of exchange has become in modern times, or since they have been revolutionized, and communism has not been able to provide people with basic necessities, let alone with the luxuries we enjoy in the United States. This type of exchange has been normalized, and it's the elephant in the room. It's the quiet secret that the families don't talk about, but everybody knows that it's going on when these wealthy expatriates come from Spain and they bring their wealth to Cuba and then make arrangements with the fathers who are oftentimes younger than the men. They are getting ready to arrange a relationship for their beautiful young daughters. The daughters are given to the men to date and to do whatever with. In exchange, the family's given extra food for grocery or extra food for luxury items such as furniture and televisions, and maybe in addition on to the house, the retired European is pennies to the retired Spaniard it may be a year or two's worth of salary. This type of exploitation then becomes the currency of the oppressed, not just happening in Cuba, but throughout the entire world, where there's this great disparity of income gap between the haves and the have-nots. Children are given not only for prostitution, but even for indentured servitude as well. Out of desperation, children are given to their employers in the promise of a better life, or sold to recruiters, promising parents their children would be adopted by wealthy couples in America who could not have children themselves, but in actuality, they end up as slaves or indentured servants for wealthy families and for those that are immoral. Often no questions are ever asked because of the power and influence these families' wealth affords them. And it is a shame because those who are brought here often are left voiceless. They are left without an advocate. They are left without any protection and without family and without the normal social guard that would protect them from being exploited in this way. And that's why the Lord says he hates injustice. He hates this immoral practice of mistreating foreign people, of robbing them of their work, robbing them of the due wages that they have earned, and treating them as less than human beings. In my own personal experience, not only is this true from those in third world countries who have come to America, but I've seen in my own community how these great gaps in income and wealth are what lead or fuel or feed the inequality that runs rampant in minority and black and brown community throughout this country. I've seen families and communities have seen the divisions and inequality as clear as day. On one side of town, wealth affords them to have access to health care, access to quality schools, and access to libraries, and access to infrastructure, access to nice homes, and loans that are low interest rate, and they are treated with dignity and with respect and with concern and with care. But then on the other side of town, in the lower income community, many have to suffer without adequate access to health care, with underfunded schools and buildings that are crumbling, and old out-of-date textbooks and rust on their tables and on their desks. They have to deal with environmental pollution, illegal dumping of toxic chemicals for decades that affect black children and mortality rates, and causing this ridiculously high percentage of birth defects and miscarriage in women, mental deficiencies and ADHD and learning disabilities that easily could have been prevented. These things are allowed to go on, sometimes secretly, sometimes openly, by those that were in power and in position, who were supposed to be the safeguards of the community, but because they knew the people did not have the resources to fight, the voice to speak up, the ability to hire attorneys and force the city to take responsibility, or this nation to stop, and listen, injustice was allowed to go on. Even in my own life, the person who grew up in poverty, I've experienced bias, dehumanizing treatment when seeking resources for survival, the rude treatment in a grocery store when your family is using food stamps to pay for their groceries, the inhumane treatment when you are forced to go to food pantries and other charities for the poor, the condescending attitudes by those that are working, whether volunteering or whether on salary, as they look at you as someone who must be lazy or bum, or someone who is unintelligent because you're having to seek resources for your survival. I felt the cold stares followed by nasty attitudes from the desk clerks in our medical centers and our health you don't have the money to pay. And then I have seen the quick turnaround of the same attitude once they realize you do have those resources. I felt the bias of being forced to seek medical treatment from places with outdated equipment, rusty tables, and broken chairs, or living in communities where the only neighborhood store sells outdated and spoiled food and always lacks fresh vegetables while consistently charging higher prices with subpar goods and subpar services, not to mention the difficulty many in poverty have to access resources which require them to have a computer or the internet or knowledge of systems and how they work. It can be a daunting task to someone just struggling, trying to make it without the access of the time or the support or someone to guide them along the way. Some of these things prevent people from moving from the position of need to the position of sufficiency, such as those who apply for jobs and the employer requires the person to have an address, or there are those who give lengthy applications and must provide proof of various things. It becomes a challenge to those who cannot read well, or to immigrants or refugees who speak other languages, or who are transients who travel the entire lives in a car or a suitcase or with all of their possessions in a backpack. I once was a substitute teacher. They had all of these foreign students in the special education class. I was blown away as I talked with them and saw how highly intelligent they were and culturally enriched they were. And one young lady in particular, I asked her about how many languages did she speak. She spoke 7 different languages and 2 different dialects of Spanish. And she was in special education. I said, honey, you ought not be in special education. The person who put you in here ought to be in special education. Time and time again, I saw these brilliant people placed into these subpar classrooms because they did not have the resources at the school to be able to properly to teach them. This is the type of thing that justice requires us to answer and to address. It forces us to see these people in need. It ensures that God has heard them and requires that we respond to them. For the Bible tells us that the Lord loves justice and hates the exploitation of the poor and the weak. Psalms 146:7 says, the Lord gives justice to the oppressed and food to the hungry. In fact, in Deuteronomy chapter 24, the Lord gave the Israelites a command that would ensure welfare for the least fortunate and for foreigners and for widows without resources to take care of themselves. The Lord says in Deuteronomy 24:19, when you are harvesting your crops and you forget to bring in a bundle of grain from your field, don't go back to get it. Leave it for the foreigners, for the orphans and the widows. Then the Lord, your God, will bless you in all that you do. In other words, the Lord said, do the right thing. Don't try to hoard up everything you can get. Leave something for the less fortunate. This is a word for those during this pandemic, as we saw people going into grocery stores and buying much more of certain products that they'll ever use in a couple of years. Taking all of the toilet paper, all of the dishwashing liquid, all of the sanitizer, all of the washing powders, taking all of the scrubbing equipment and cleaning supplies. And you're looking around saying, why would you take everything knowing everybody's facing the same threats? No sense of justice. God's justice wants to make sure that his people never become like the oppressors he delivered them from. Sense of justice. Which brings me to my last point. The Word of God teaches us justice will cause you to remember where you came from. Yes, the Lord tells his children in Deuteronomy chapter 24:17, do not deprive the foreigner or the fatherless of justice or take the cloak of the widow. Verse 18, remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you from there. God tells them to remember because he wants to make sure that his people never become like the oppressors who have been mistreating them. Remembering helps us to treat people the way that we want to be treated ourselves. In fact, it brings to mind the story of a young lady. It brings to mind the story of a young lady who was trapped in poverty. The woman lived down the street from a church, and every Sunday she would walk past this particular church. And at noon on the Sunday, they had a food pantry that would give out boxes to the people in the community. Every day the woman would walk past just as the deacons of the church were giving out the last boxes to the last people who had been in line. The woman had wanted a box herself, but she knew the rules of the church said you have to be there before 12 o'clock if you want to receive any assistance. And each day she got there after 12. One of the volunteers, a woman who had just started working with the pantry, noticed in the woman's eyes how discouraged she seemed as she walked past, watching everyone else get a box. And she was not able to get any assistance for herself. The volunteer for the church wanted to reach out to this woman and wanted to give her food, but she'd only been working in the pantry for a month. And she wasn't confident enough yet to break the rules because she knew as well that the church required people to be there before noon to receive assistance. Overnight, this sense of compassion swelled up inside of her to the point that the next day she went and she fixed the box early. She took that box of food, and the volunteer set it aside. And like clockwork, when the woman passed by the church, just after 12 o'clock when the last boxes were being given out, the volunteer called out for her and waited for her to come back. The woman came to see what she wanted, and she gave her the box of food. And when the woman saw the box of food, tears swelled in her eyes and began to run down her cheek. When she finally gathered herself together, she told the woman at the church, "Thank you so much. I've been needing some assistance a long time." She said, "I know you had to break the rules in order to give me this box." She said, "I would come on time and stand in line myself, but see, Sunday morning is the only day of the week where the state allows me to visit with my children. And by the time I'm done visiting with my children, it's normally after 12 o'clock and I can't get here in time to get the box." The woman leaned forward and wrapped her arms around her and said, "Baby, that's why the church is here. We're here to help." In that instant, the woman showed that your need as a human being is greater than the rules we set up. What God wants from us is not this rigid following of laws and rules and regulation, but God wants us to look past people's faults and see the needs inside of them. God wants us to treat people the way we want to be treated ourselves. The Lord tells the children of Israel, remember when you were slaves. Remember when you were in bondage. Remember when you were in chains. Remember when you were mistreated. And I want you to remember how the Lord, through all of that, heard your cry. And he did not deny you the to access his blessings because you were trapped in Egypt. The Lord heard your cry and he answered you. He's telling them now, remember what I did for you, so that when foreigners come to your city, when those with less than you are in need, when the poor are in need of food, I want you to remember how I treated you and treat others like the Lord has done for you. This call to remember what God has done was a call for them to never get too far away from what the Lord had done for them. It also reminded me of this story about the great golfer Jack Nicklaus. The story is told that when he was the #1 golfer in the world and seemed to just stay at the top of his game for years and years, a newscaster interviewed him and asked him what was the secret that kept him at the top of his game for so long. His answer was surprising to the man as he said, well, it's really simple. At the end of every golf season, I go back to my first coach who taught me the basics of the game and allowed him to teach me the basics all over again. Every season, he went back and learned basic building blocks of a good golf swing. There wasn't anything new for Jack Nicklaus to learn, just to be reminded again of the basics. Church, I want to say to you, the Lord reminds believers that there's no new revelation that you need to learn about treating folks right. There is no new insight that you need to gain. You don't need any new prophecy and you don't need any new laws to keep you in a right relationship with the Lord. You just need to remember how good the Lord has been to you. Remember how the Lord rescued you. Remember how the Lord protected you. Remember how the Lord loved you. Don't you ever forget what the Lord has done for you. Don't ever forget how far God has brought you from. Never forget, lest you begin to act like those that once had you in bondage. Never forget, lest you begin to dishonor the Lord who rescued you. To make sure that they never forgot, the Lord says, write it on the tablets of stone. Write it on the walls of your house. Write it on the doors that you have to enter. And then tell the story to your children and to your children's children. Let them know that it was the Lord that brought you out of bondage into the promised land. Don't you ever forget that it was God that healed you, God that delivered you, God that saved you, God that redeemed you. Oh, don't you so you don't have to come back and fix it later on. God bless you. May the Lord keep you. And I pray heaven smile upon you today. Tried Givelify. It is the #1 mobile giving app for churches in the country. If you like an easy, convenient, safe, and secure way to give through your mobile device, try Givelify today. Just download that app, put it right there on your phone, and follow the instructions, and you can give anytime, anywhere to your historic Thankful Baptist Church. Be a blessing today, and we surely will appreciate it. Give through Givelify. Those of you who would like to mail your offering in, you can make your checks out to Thankful Baptist Church and send your offering to 302 Walker Street, Augusta, Georgia, 30901. Thank you so much for considering us in the ministry and being supportive during this very critical pandemic time. Your offering will be a blessing to help us continue to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ through our church membership and our community. Thank you in advance.